Hey everyone, welcome back to another Jazz Drum Q-Tip of the week. My name is Quincy Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I love to hear from you. Let me know, especially if you are new, let me know who you are and where you're tuning in from. All right, so I'm jumping right into this lesson because it's a really important one. Well, I guess all the lessons are important, but this one, I don't know, something about it. I feel like a lot of drummers could be doing this, but they're not. And I think it'll be fairly easy, simple for you to implement. I will be using some phrases from my drum set vocabulary ebook, I think volume 1. So the link for that will be down below. I also want to make sure you know about my Mastering the Swing Feel drum course coming out later next month. I'm really excited. It's going to be super thorough, step by step, and you can move at your own pace. I think it's going to help many of you out. Jump in now. It's a pre-order, but jump in now and you get a big discount. So check that out. The link for that will be down below. But without further ado, let's jump into this lesson. So if you guys are ready, if you're really, really ready, then good wind up. Let's go! Okay, I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking, hey, Q, man, what are you talking about? What's this lesson about? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. It's something so small, but it makes such a big difference, and that is accents. Adding accents adds so much to your solos, and I know you've heard the word, and you probably already play accents, but not in the way that I think you will want to after this lesson. So I'm going to kind of state my case. By the way, I think of accents as attitude. You could almost substitute the word accent with attitude because it adds so much attitude to your playing. And all of our favorite drummers, when you hear them, you hear their accents and you feel their what? Attitude. So let's see what it feels like to add accents and play with the different accent levels. So I'm going to play a paradiddle, our favorite rudiment. I'm going to play it without accents, then I'm going to play it with medium accents, then I'm going to play it with strong accents, okay? Three different ways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Medium accents. Strong accents. Could you hear the difference? Okay, and I'm not necessarily saying one is better than the other because sometimes we don't want to play with accents. However, when you do play accents, do you want them to come out and stand out, or do you just kind of want to go through the motions of playing accents? I think you want people to feel those accents so that they can feel your what? Your attitude and your heart. Okay, and we're going to get to all different reasons why the accents outside of just attitude are so important to your soloing. Okay, so now I'm going to apply that rudiment to a drum set, a bebop phrase taken from the master Max Roach. And this is actually number 4 in my drum set vocabulary ebook. And you can check it out. All my students know this, and I think you're going to have fun doing it. And actually, again, this is just a paradiddle. However, the accents are slightly different. Okay, so just be aware of that. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to do it 3 different ways. No accent, medium accent, strong accent. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the second way. Medium accent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 3, strong accent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could you hear the difference? A little more attitude with that last one, right? And again, I'm not saying you always have to play it that way, but it will really add more clarity to everything you play, okay? I'm going to do let's use another rudiment or another phrase. Actually, we'll start with a rudiment. This is a 6-stroke roll. Again, 3 different ways. No accent, medium accent, strong accent. Here we go. but a little different. So we'll do it right here. And I believe this is number 3 on my in my ebook if you're interested. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now medium accent. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, strong accent. Here we go. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. You hear it? You hear the difference? A lot cleaner, right? A lot cleaner. And then if we were to move that sucker around, even if we're moving it around the kit, right? You can hear those accents really clear. Okay, so now I want to talk about 5 different things that you're going to gain from adding accents to your playing. The first thing, so other instrumentalists who play with keys or they play piano or play guitar or even vocalists, they have notes, they have pitches to create melodies, right? Recognizable tonal melodies. However, all we have, there are tones, but we rely on rhythm to create our ideas and to convey our ideas, right? However, it doesn't mean we can't create melodies. And I think that's the first thing I want to say. Adding accents helps us bring out our what? Rhythmic melodies. So even just that bebop phrase. Right? That's a rhythmic melody. Or if I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? That has a rhythmic melody, recognizable. So the more we lean on those accents to bring out the melodies, the better the audience and people listening can recognize and hear our melodies. A really obvious thing that it adds is dynamic contrast. Even just within the idea itself, there's dynamic contrast. And that's why whenever I practice my rudiments, I'm really trying to bring those accents out because it creates more dynamic contrast. And when you create more dynamic contrast, it sounds innately much more musical. Okay, so it's like I'm training myself to implement those accents so that I'm just kind of whatever I play, it's kind of built in and it's automatic. So I don't have to think about it, but it's all there. So that's another reason. It creates more dynamic contrast. Of course, there's also actual dynamic contrast and crescendos and decrescendos and that kind of dynamic contrast. But this is more of a stroke dynamic contrast that I think will really liven up everything you play. Another reason why you want to add accents to your playing or add attitude to your playing is because it helps everything you play sound much cleaner, right, and more precise. See? All right. So everything I'm playing, you're getting you're hearing the rhythmic melodies. Da 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 da, and everything underneath it is underneath it, right? Accents and non-accents. The non-accented notes are really non-accented, and they're there more for feel and to create kind of a energy, but they're not necessarily there for you to I don't need you to pay attention as much to those notes as I do. So if I were to take the unaccented notes out, that's what it would sound like. right? But then you add the non-accents. You hear the difference, right? So again, if you want a really clean and precise sound, then you really want to focus on bringing those accents out and bringing your non-accents down. So the last thing I want to say is it makes your soloing sound so much more musical and less mechanical. It's great to have lots of cool phrases and vocabulary and licks and all that stuff, but if you're not sounding musical, then it's not going to sound good, right? It's not going to be as inviting to the ear for the listener. So we want to bring out the musicality in everything we learn, even if it's just rudiments. Now, the first phrase in my ebook is this one. This is another Max Roach phrase. It's one of my favorites. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Right, a little faster or a lot faster. 1, 2, Right? Pretty cool. Now, a lot of students I teach this to and who learn this, they play it not like that, right? All the notes kind of blend in together, and it ends up sounding more like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And if we play it fast, like I did, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it maybe sounds cool, all the notes kind of being played fast, but there's no clarity in what I'm really trying to say musically or melodically. It sounds very mechanical and it sounds loud. We don't want to be that drummer. So just add those accents as a little gnat gets in my face. Add accents, and it's going to sound so much more musical and less mechanical. All right, so that is today's lesson on accents. Accents are the small change that creates a big difference and will add so much more attitude to your playing, okay? So have fun with accents. And again, let me know who you are. Leave a comment down below. Check out Mastering the Swing Feel that's coming out next month. It's going to be a really thorough drum course that I'm creating just for you. All right, so until the next time, you know what to do. Practice hard, but practice smart. Take care. Peace. Bye-bye.